Hi again, everyone. Welcome back to Enjoy English School. I'm Bruce.
大家好，我是 Bernice.
Today is Christmas Day Eve. It is the day before Christmas. And yesterday we started to talk about some of the famous Christmas markets that you can find throughout Europe, especially in Germany, Austria, and Switzerland, German-speaking countries. Today we're going to continue giving you more information about these markets, and hopefully one day you can enjoy going to the real thing. Those are three beautiful countries. I've been lucky enough to visit them several times. And I know a little German, so that's very helpful too.
所以你看 Bruce 老师的旅游经验实在太丰富了，讲都讲不完呐。好，所以我们今天的这个文化呢，一样就是继续我们的这个欧洲这些非常受欢迎的圣诞市集，尤其是在德国啦，还有奥地利这些地方。
In fact, my grandmother was born in Vienna.
Oh, really? 所以他Bruce 老师的这个祖母就是出生在维也纳的。哦。
Germany's Christmas markets. Today, Christmas markets continue to be an important part of the holidays, particularly in the German-speaking world. These markets appear in most towns and cities in Germany, Austria, and Switzerland. Besides the gift shopping, they are fun social events. Locals and tourists alike buy traditional snacks to share with both friends and family. And then there are the food and drink stands that make these markets even more enjoyable. Alcoholic drinks like mulled wine and punch are people's favorites, along with sausages, French fries, potato pancakes, and all kinds of grilled meats and fish. In addition, stands selling various sweets like chimney cakes, candied nuts, and the German Christmas cake Stollen can also be easily found. Like the markets themselves, the foods and gifts have remained basically the same for hundreds of years. Stollen's history goes almost as far back as the original Dezembermarkt. Its origins are traceable to 1329. These are just the traditional Christmas markets in Germany. Other cultures have adopted the custom as well. Such events are not unusual for communities in Canada, the United States, or any other place that saw significant immigration from Germany and its neighbors. Of course, these markets have their own style and flavor, but they all stem from the original Dezembermarkt.
Okay, the first text for today, here in day 2 of our 2-day lesson. Today, Christmas markets continue to be an important part of the holidays. We have mentioned this many times, particularly in the German-speaking world. As I have mentioned before, of course, Germany, but also Austria and Switzerland. These three countries all hold German as their official or one of their official languages.
好，所以到了今天呢，我们知道这个圣诞市集呢 continue to 继续呢，还是非常持续呢，是这一些 holidays 这些节日里面相当重要的一部分。Particularly 就是 especially 尤其是呢，对于这些说德文啊、说德语系的这些国家来说，他们真的是非常的重要。
And that's why these markets appear in most towns and cities in the three countries we mentioned before. They are all in what we call Central Europe.
好，所以我们讲的这个中欧呢，就是指接下来我们要讲的这3个国家。所以呢，这些呢非常受欢迎的圣诞市集就是出现在这些国家里面。第一个就是德国啦、奥地利还有瑞士。
Next paragraph, besides the gift shopping, they are fun social events. People don't just stock up on supplies. They, oh, hey, we haven't seen you in a long time. Talk. Oh, do you want to drop in for, let's have a coffee together, and so on. They're social events, The verb here is socialize. Social 后面加 I-Z-E. To socialize is simply to enjoy your friend's company.
没错。所以呢，除了我们要大家呢上街去这个囤积，对不对？大量的购买这些礼物之外呢 ，they 就是指呢他们这些Christmas markets 呢，同时也是大家很有趣的一些社交活动。你总要上街的时候看到你朋友，总要跟他聊一聊嘛。哎，你要不要到我家喝杯咖啡啊？明天我去你家吧。好，所以它同时也是大家非常有趣社交活动的一个地方。
Locals and tourists alike, that means both local people and people like me who might go to Germany or Austria or Switzerland at that time of year. Of course, we would be tourists. They buy traditional snacks, foods that are especially available in those countries at this time of year to share with both friends and family. So they will buy things for their own home, but also as gifts for their friends.
所以其实这个活动跟我们的 Chinese New Year 是很像的，对不对？就是我们上街买东西，你不会只买给自己家里人，你就会说亲朋好友大家都买一买，对不对？所以呢 ，locals 就是他们的当地人啦，还有呢，我们这种观光客去 alike 这边就是 both 的意思，也就是这两群人都会这么做。好，他们做的事情就是第一个去买一些当时的在这个圣诞市集里面一些传统的点心啦。好，就像每一个节日里面你都会有一些传统的点心，然后呢，你就去跟你的朋友啦、家人们大家一起分享。
And then there are the food and drink stands. We've mentioned this before. Think of the night markets that we have here in Taiwan, and you get the picture right away.That make these markets even more enjoyable. So you've got friendship, you've got the Christmas spirit around Christmas time. If the weather is not too cold and windy and snowy, it's not bad, especially if you have lived through a summer in Taipei. You can appreciate really cold weather. With dry air, because it's in the middle of the continent, far from the ocean, it tends to be dry, and even though it's very cold, it's not bad.
没错。所以呢，这个时候呢，这个所有的这个大家呢就会买来这些食物也好啦，或者是饮料也好，那个摊贩就要出来了，因为大家都出来采买了嘛，所以这个市集的摊位呢就一个一个都出来了，然后呢就会使得这些的市集呢更加让人家觉得哇 enjoyable 好愉快哦，好玩哦，就是逛的时候人很多，然后这个摊位也很多，你就有很多的选择性了。
Alcoholic drinks like mulled wine and punch are people's favorites. And we'll talk about the food in a moment. Mulled wine is wine. I forget what they do with it. I think they add fruits to it or something. It's specially prepared. It's quite thick, very tasty. Punch may have alcohol in it, but basically it's a kind of soda or fruit juice with things added in it.
好，所以他这边讲的就是讲一些喝的饮料啦，还有吃的东西了哈。所以第一个就是有酒精类的饮料。第一个呢，什么叫 mulled wine 呢？就是热的红酒。好，就是把它弄成热饮这样子。那 punch 呢，我们中文就是翻成这个潘趣酒，但是它其实是水果酒。的一种。好，然后呢，还有呢，人们很喜欢吃的一些东西，都是大家很爱的东西。Along with 一样就是 and， 还有这个 sausages 啦，有一些香肠啦，还有呢这个什么东西呢 ？French fries， 大家都喜欢吃的这个薯条。最后呢，这个 potato pancakes， 好，就是讲的这些所谓的马铃薯的饼啦，还有各式各样 grill 的这个烤过的这个肉啦跟鱼。
And I must say, if you have not been to a German bakery, you don't know what baked goods are.
Oh.
It is unbelievable.
Wow.
And the same for sausages. We have great sausages here in Taiwan, but the kinds of sausages that you can buy in a butcher shop in these countries, I'm going back.
好，刚刚老师讲那个 butcher 就是卖肉的肉贩那里的那个香肠，这样子跟我们台湾的是很不一样的香肠，对。
Okay, let's continue. In addition, moreover, there's more. as if that wasn't enough.
没错。
Stands selling various sweets. Now, sweets you can think of as candy or food that is very sweet, like chimney cakes. These are cakes that are one on top of another, and they get smaller as you go to the top. Candied nuts. This is very sweet. You know what nuts are, but they are put into a kind of jelly.
放一些果酱在那边。
And it's very sticky, very sweet.
黏黏的。
But the nuts are hard, so you can try it and see if you like it. And the German Christmas cake, quite famous, Stollen, they call it, can also be easily found. Of course, at this time of year, the Christmas time of year, things associated with Christmas will be very plentiful.
好，所以我们接下来就要讲到这些，除了刚才我们讲的哇，有香肠啊、薯条这些等等等吃的之外呢 ，in addition 就是此外还有更多的东西哦，就是有一些摊位呢 selling 这边加了 ing 是原本应该是 which sell 好，这些卖什么呢？各式各样的 very sweets 就是很甜的这些甜点呢，比如说呢，第一个叫做烟囱卷，好，就是从下面这样的一个一个这样堆上来，上面就变得比较细。然后再来呢，就是 candied nuts， 我们知道 nuts 就是坚果类的，所以它这就是糖炒过的坚果，也是像刚才老师讲的，它可能有点 jelly， 然后软软的这样子去，你可以黏黏的可以吃。然后再来呢，就是德国呢非常著名的这个圣诞节的这个蛋糕。那这个蛋糕呢，据说就是说它里面可能放了一些水果干呐，好，然后坚果在里面，然后外面再裹上糖粉，哇 ，so sweet， 绝对是甜到爆啊，对不对？好，然后呢，都可以在这些市集里面找得到。
And another thing to remember, we've been talking about all this great food. If you go to those countries, you will find that you feel very small. Germans are very large people.
Yes, true. 他们都是很强壮、很大只的。你像 Bernice 老师175公分，他们有的190这样的。我去过德国说，哇，好高哦，这样很壮。
Okay, let's take a short break and we'll come back and talk more about this Christmas custom. Okay, now let's take a look at the next couple of paragraphs. Like the markets themselves, the foods and gifts have remained basically the same for hundreds of years. This is one reason we call it a custom of the country. It's something that has been done, well, that's the word, tradition.
Yeah.
It's something that has been done for a long, long time. And food is everywhere in Germany, and it's nice to have some pretty gifts as well.
好，所以接下来他就说了，就像是市集，圣诞市集本身是一样的，这些食物也好啦，还有我们刚才讲的礼物呢，一直长期以来，所以这边用的 have 加上这个过去分词have remained， 就是一直基本上都是保持 the same， 就是从来没有改变过，而且这个时间点已经保持了好几百年，因为我们讲过，它是一个习俗，它是一个文化，所以它基本上都会一直维持不变的。
Stollen's history goes almost as far back as the original Dezembermarkt. Stollen is the Christmas cake, a cake that is made especially around Christmas. And the Dezembermarkt, 1296, is a long time ago. And in the next sentence we find out, we might as well read it now, its origins, the source or the beginning of the Dezembermarkt, are traceable. We can connect what we know now and go back and read old books or look at old paintings. And the Dezembermarkt goes back to 1329, almost 700 years ago.
没错，所以我们这边讲到就是刚才讲的这个德国非常著名的圣诞蛋糕呢，其实它的历史啊，大概就是怎么样呢？几乎跟这个刚才我们讲的12月的圣诞市集呢，它这个时间点啊，几乎是 as far back as， 就是我们刚才讲的，它其实就是可以像那个圣诞市集原来的圣诞市集是一样，可以追溯到那个时间点。好，然后呢，再来它的这个起源，我们刚刚讲这个字就是它的一开始的起源，其实都是 traceable。我们知道 able 就是能够 trace， 就是可以追溯回去，追溯到什么时间呢 ？to 就是1329年，他们就开始有这样的一个市集的这个历史了。
These are just the traditional Christmas markets in Germany. Everything we talked about yesterday until today are, as I said, the traditional, the ones that have been done the same way for a long, long period of time. But this sentence suggests that there's more.
所以这个句子的意思就是说呢，我们一直到现在，包含我们昨天讲的课程跟今天讲的课程，这些市集呢，都是在德国比较传统的一些圣诞市集，表示等一下还会有更多的市集出现哦。
Other cultures have adopted the custom as well. So it's not only the German-based December marked and the Christmas cake and so on, but that influence, it's been so popular there, and Germany has even now, has a very strong influence on Europe in general. So other countries see something that they like and they may start to do it too.
所以刚才Bruce老师意思就是说，因为德国呢，他们这个文化的影响力其实是很普遍的，所以到现在都是一样。所以呢，我们讨论一些其他的一些文化，也呢开始 adopt， 也开始采纳这些就是刚才讲的这一个习俗了，就是跟德国一样这样的习俗 ，as well 就是 to 也是这样子做了。
Such events are not unusual for communities in Canada, the United States, or any other place that saw significant immigration from Germany and its neighbors. So German culture has spread by the spreading or moving of many generations of Germans. In the United States, you can still find in the north central states, Michigan, Minnesota, Wisconsin, you can find small towns out in the countryside, and when you walk around, you'll hear German, not English. It's not because they don't know English. They were born there, but they keep their native traditions, the traditions of their grandparents and great-grandparents and so on. They also mention any other place. This might surprise you. Argentina and Uruguay are also famous for their large German communities.
所以刚刚Bruce老师讲了很多的地方，你都还是可以一样，不管你是听到他们讲的语言也有德文，然后他们也保持了这些德国的这些传统。对。
Of course, these markets have their own style and flavor. Now, these markets we're talking about in Uruguay, maybe they don't have the kinds of sausages or cakes that you could easily find in Europe. They use their local foods, but with the idea behind them, the custom behind them, is to celebrate the Christmas period of time with special, originally German foods that may have to be changed a bit because you might not find the exact ingredients in Brazil or in Canada that you would find in Germany.
所以他这边就是讲说他们的那个食物的形态跟风味呢有一些改变。那我们先看一下刚才上面讲的，就是在 Canada 啦、美国啦或其他一些地方呢，其实呢我们还是一样可以看到像这样这个东西呢是 not unusual， 表示它是并不罕见的，也就是很常见的哈。然后呢就是有这些，尤其是对于他们的这个邻近的国家呢，都有大量的移民。好，我们讲到这个 immigration， 就是有这些移民从这个德国来，所以我们刚才 讲，你会在很多的城市里面会听到有人讲德语。那当然呢，这些市集其实他们都有自己的风味啊，自己的这个风格啊。可是呢，不管怎么样，这些风味跟风格都还是 stem from， 就是 come from， 它还是来自于呢原本的这个德国的这个12月的圣诞市集。
Right. Okay, let's take a very short break, and when we come back, we've got some good words to review for you.
好的。
Okay, here are some useful and even fun words for you. Particularly. We can also say especially.
尤其是
Enjoyable. Bernice mentioned a bowl means you can do it. If you can enjoy something, it's enjoyable.
没错，就是让你觉得愉快的。
In addition, we have lots of words like moreover, furthermore, also, and so on.
好，就是此外还有的意思。
Various means many different kinds.
各式各样不同的。
Basically, another 副词 ly, basically means the general way that something happens.
就是我们讲一般基本上来说。
Origins, we can also use the word sources. Where did something begin?
就是讲它的起源跟来源。
Adopted means you take something and you change it a little bit. The origin is different from what you do now, but it came from something. You adopt something.
就是我们采用这个东西，但是有时候我们可能做了一点改变。
And our last word or phrase is stem from, as Bernice said not long ago, comes from.
来自于，源自于。
Okay, that is the second of our 2-day culture lesson. We visited Central Europe, Germany, and Switzerland and Austria, but their influence is pretty much all over the world too.
没错。
If you have a chance to go to Central Europe, definitely try to go
一定要
around
去，太好玩了。
Christmas time. Oh, bakeries and butcher shops.
OK， 肉、面包都是 Bruce 老师的 favorites。
Yeah.
哦
Okay, until our next lesson. Bye-bye.
Bye。